Hi there folks, my name's NovaWing24 and welcome back to Anno 2205 ongoing playthrough. So today I'm gonna have a look at a something different. We're gonna go through the strategy map, the strategic map as it were. So this is before we get to the moon. So we're just here on Earth. So I'm gonna go through what some of all these things are. So first off, we've got here. So this is where we started here in the temperate sector. And then later on you expand out into the Arctic sector. So these areas are held by other corporations, so you can actually jump into them. So they open negotiations panel with them. So, and there's this mysterious woman that sort of comes out every now and again as well. Anyway, so over here, negotiations. So we can actually go through and see what we want to do and stuff like that. So we can actually like buy stuff from here and things like that. So we can actually take over a sector if we've got enough money to do so, which is kind of cool and not too bad. So yeah, it gives you something a little different to do. Don't really actually, so you can't really do any trading per se. A bit annoying, but yeah, you can actually sort of, you know, go through and see how much it's going to cost to buy it and stuff like that. So kind of cool. All right. And other news. Okay, so we got here. So these are like your intervention ones. So these are your combat ones. So we've seen a couple of episodes with lots of combat in it, and essentially these will spawn up every now and again, and you can click into them, and you can go to war, and go through and actually get some resources. So speaking of resources. So up here we've got sort of three fairly unique resources up here. So you got petrochemicals, graphene, and iridium. So these pretty much only come from making, from either quests you get inside your maps, or from completing intervention and or crisis management as it is in this game as well. So something to be aware of is there. All right. Other things you get here, obviously on here, same as what you do in your normal one, you actually get your sort of tutorial, you get your sort of various different message windows you can go through here. Now, once you've created your first space elevator, you've got links to here, and you can actually sort of go up to the orbiting station, as it were. So you get a few things. So you can go in here into your assignment center. So you can go through and you can check off to see all the different phases and stuff and all the different missions, and give you some ideas and hints and stuff like that for it as well. So it gives you an idea of some suggestions and tips and things you might want to know about, so you can just sort of keep the gameplay going. Kind of cool. Also, Sam Beaumont has some random things to say. Kind of cool. Always like the fact that when they throw those sort of like human touches into a game. Kind of cool. Anyway, so beyond that, what else do we have? So we've got up here the Dockyard. So our Dockyard, this is for our military. That of course that we need when we're going off all those crisis management stuff like that. So this is where you can upgrade your ships to actually give them up, so it gives them more, it gets them more destructive, more hit points, all that kind of stuff. Also gives you an idea before how long before you unlock extra units and things like that. So for example, we know that this one we've got to get to Corporation level 10 before we unlock a second Glacier unit, 12 to unlock Monsoon. Which is sort of like a bigger version of the Flare there, and Blizzard, you're going to be level 14 to get that, and you sort of go through stuff like that. Only thing that would be kind of cool with this, it would be nice if you could actually, just be able to, see what the unit stats are. That would be kind of cool. Unfortunately, you can't. Also, the place where you upgrade them to veteran to elite status and stuff like that, which will go through your military level. And to do that, of course, you need your combat experience points, which you earn, obviously, fun enough, in combat. Alright, cool. Alright, this one here. Yeah. I'm getting to you. Yeah, you get those pop-ups every now and again as well. Alright, external resource. This is an interesting one. So, there's a companion app, and I use that term very loosely, that's been put out by Ubisoft. Essentially it's a way for them to fleece more money off us, but you don't have to pay money for it, it can just be free. It's essentially a Bejeweled knockoff, where you actually go through and match blah blah blah, and when you complete them you actually get your you get some resources that you can then transfer in game. Kind of cool. So yeah, so there we go. So we're going to accept those, and that's going to increase our iridium in this particular case there. And yeah, that'll flash up whenever you can come up and pick it up. Alright, this one here, so the council.
This is where the course of the world economy is decided. You can influence
Pretty much.
decisions. It all depends on who you support. I'll make some recommendations here and there.
I still want to know who this mysterious woman is. But anyway, so yeah, you get to go through. This is a global vote. This was in Anno 2070 as well, where everyone gets to vote and stuff like that. And to see what they get. So yeah, kind of cool, kind of interesting. You can vote whether you want to go with. You know, okay, random. And apparently these avatars speak as well. So current effects. Let's have a look. This looks like we got the same internationals up there. Right. Then it gives you, you hover over it, it gives you an idea of the things you're going to get and stuff like that. So, yeah, interesting to know, and you can go for that. You get, you receive rare materials by voting for them and stuff like that. So, yeah, kind of cool. We can go for. I personally, I'm going to go for Ibera Foxcom, just because she's cool. There you go, done. Done, there you go, and it goes through, and you get the, so these votes will come up every few days. So, nice way to keep yourself going as well. So, out of the strategic map and into the actual sort of game maps, one of the other things that's actually really changed with this is the fact that is how your factories can actually sort of work and add to each other. So previously, you just had your factories, and you know, as you would have seen sort of in my other videos, that yeah, okay, you're looking for the efficiency and stuff like that, placement. But things have actually changed them out. Now you can't use the traditional cheats of just hook the the supply with the manufacturing thing up. You just can't just hook those up and that was it. You'll have to connect it back to your main logistics hub. One of the other things that they've also done as well now is that you can actually now expand your actual factories using modules. So, for example, here, if we've, at the moment, as you can see, I'm a little bit low on my fresh food. So what I can do is I can click on my rice farm here. Instead of building a new rice farm, I can actually just build an extra rice field. Excuse me. So, the module thing was sort of in previous games as well, but now it's a bit more fun. It's got a lot more detail in it now. So you can put in your more farms, but you can also put in other things as well. For example, to make them more energy efficient, to make them use less workers, and also to reduce the needs on the logistics train. So this is really cool, and probably what it's really good for as well is especially for these water-based ones, because you get very limited with your water and your mining ones, so you can actually expand these without having to sort of find a new point. So for example, we want to expand our water supply because I'm a little bit low on water as well, so I can expand that one, and there we go. So this now gives me extra water coming through, and of course power as well is going to be another one. So we're going to put an extra power plant there, and of course the adjacency rules do apply. You can't do which you could do previously ones. You had to be it could be a couple of squares away. No, it has to be directly adjacent to what you're doing now. So you can see here this is a fairly expanded wind plant here. So this one here, I'm going to make it a little bit more credit efficient as well. Actually, can I add another? Nope. So I've done the maximum number of turbines. So make it a little bit less worker intensive. Let's make it a little bit more energy efficient. There we go. So it's now expanded to its full maximum expansion capacity, and it just looks a lot cooler now, yeah, and it's a lot more efficient in what it does. And the best thing as well, excuse me, it doesn't actually expand its footprint and stuff like that. So it expands its physical footprint, but not its impact footprint. With the exception of Arctic modules. So Arctic modules will expand the amount of heat that they generate, which is really kind of cool. So this is like one of the other subtle little changes that happened in 2070, which is really kind of cool, and I really kind of like it. Very useful. Yep, that's pretty much this is the strategy map as it is for now at the moment. Oh, last but not least, I forgot about this one as well. So this one gives you up here, so it gives you an idea of your corporation level. So it goes through all the things like where you're sitting in the sort of global stats at the moment. You can go through, see where your population is at, where you need to get to before you go to the next size for that. Get next size of corporation, and go through what blueprints you've unlocked for the various levels as well. Like for the moment, I can see that I've unlocked quite a lot for the operator side of thing at the moment, but I need to go for the protectors so I can get some neuro modules, because I know that they are needed to go this side here. So it's the interesting thing about Anno 2205 compared to its previous ones is that, given the fact that it does have these, 3 different terrain types, as it were, very, very distinct, but they all have interdependencies when it comes to the resources they produce. So, kind of cool. I like how they've done that. I really do. So there you go. Alright, well, as I said, this is just a quick little recap episode. Going to be looking at all these things that we're going to be doing. We will be back with more episodes very, very soon in the near future. So thanks very much for looking over this quick little overview of the strategic map. Thanks very much for tuning in. As always, folks, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these things and want to see more of these videos on the channel, or of any type of video, really. Just put your comments down below. And of course, as always, folks, don't forget you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search Overwing24. Alright, folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.